Okay, so Messiah Chia na Mama Aqua Basuko, Edward Creator TV so. Subscribe, like, share. Na Mammy who have been check a scene so. Our comment section ho. Na Absia ye baby komo and komono and here and to share my for so Elsa and Kabi. Na it to me and wow. Na make am 4 out one at the amount. Jumeko Cassia, our woman, a share a man nipa a coach no woman so a pass cinema with me at 2 wine at the apartment. So I'm school, so I'm calling your spouse, and I said, "Oh, Papa, you know, out one, our home, say, or maybe you come up 24 number. Now, a friend, anyone more, any business will be a person who will move 80. Now, and with from the horse's own mouth, Yakasa, Yapapa, Archbishop Duncan Williams, and they or Nakasa Abba Montaigne, Abba Canisem, Abba Tuna 2, and the affair and Samada, a cost titulu. Any abronye somewhat that name Walker, who bets here a young stories are media somewhat that, and bebe over 3 or 4 stories are Nina Efa Abronye, and Duncan Williams, the other station, so your dear Mark can be a honey and idea. Now, Nina will not say Abronye, what you want to one day, one day, your Padanka, one year, you didn't change in pa, and they were to her, no money were her. Never cry now, crowd, but you can say, everything painfully be crumbled. Or more at energy, or the warrior and more support to the pa. Nano, and I, Papa Archbishop Duncan Williams, about him say, it will never end well with them. 1 year, 1 year, saying now, will be your Camubiano. It will never end well with those people. And some of the what to be home, I will say, Naya Archbishop Duncan Williams, name some other name. Waka, and they are a name one more air to a young peer. One more Kasa Editiano, one more penny ye, now one more did never be a frafra, never be no. If I caught Niakoputi, now Ansanano, Mammy a very happy birthday. If I come Miakasa, Miniaba, Mrs. Girardo, Mrs. Lydia Giraldo, Canina or yet Lydia or Maria before. And then I am a woodda, Mammy, or we now July, 2 sharp, and Chibia, and Mrs. So media ever. Asana David is so and the Abba. And to me, when we so now me for all the birthday blessings and for call Emma Miniaba or Nokasa and the CEO of Prudent Cakes and Catering Services. Obetia, my boss Wabo, or some say, there be a joy media and Nasa Comobia Media, Prudent Cakes and Catering Services, or some say, and then any birthday, Mamma Powder Pansel, a yenina fearful now, all the fans, Munamumami, not me wish it. My elder sister, Lydia Giraldo, Mrs. Ekanidimo, Yafa Awada Pansem, and Fanko Emma. Yakone Kokoti, Papa Duncan Williams, Nixon, our kind. Yamabimdia. Subscribe it, like it, and share.
Posts in the past 2 weeks. One by a former High Commissioner of the UK to Ghana, accusing you of certain things, and also some local politician also making some claims. His party has come to dissociate themselves from that. But since you're speaking to the media for the first time, do you want to make any comment?
I wouldn't want to dwell on it that much because I'm used to these kind of media misrepresentations over the years. This is my 47th year in ministry, and I've seen the outcome of such individuals. I think that people should not make any mistake. That the fact that you attack people and discredit people and throw stones at others, and for whatever reason you think you are free, nothing has happened to you, make no mistake, it's a lie. I've seen the implications of these things. I've seen these kinds of people over the years and the decades. They never end well. And that is all I will say. That before you throw stone at someone else, examine yourself. Because the woman that was caught in adultery, there was an error there. It takes two to commit adultery. But they left the man and brought the woman. That was the first thing there. Secondly, everybody had a stone to stone the woman. Jesus said, anyone among you who is not guilty of something and who is without sin, let him throw the first stone. And everybody drop their stone and walk away. And I think that some of these things is the hypocrisy of the human nature, where everybody is guilty of something, and yet they have the audacity to throw stones at others. So all I'll say to some of these individuals, before you throw your stone and cast your stone at me, please examine yourself, see where you stand. Because where I'm wrong and guilty may not be where you are wrong and guilty, but you are guilty of something. The Bible says, if the Lord shall count iniquity, who shall stand? So all I'll say here is, I've seen the end result of such individuals over the years, without mentioning names. All that I'm putting it out there and let it go on record, that there are implications for touching people and pointing finger at others. When you point this finger, the rest points at you. You know, one of the things I've learned about some of these social media's attack is the fact that whatever you pay attention to determines your direction. So I choose not to pay attention on some of these things so that it doesn't determine my direction in life. I think that the God factor in the governance of every country is very, very critical if we are going to do well. And most of the countries we look up to, whether it's North America or Europe, a lot of them have had history of having God in their affairs and in their governance. It's just that a generation has come up today that, for the failure of fathers or parents raising them up with the knowledge of God, just believe that science and working hard and systems, it's okay, and they ignore the supernatural or spirituality. But I have zero tolerance for people who have no value and respect for the supernatural, for spirituality, because man is a spirit, soul, and body. And the reason why people die is because when your spirit departs from your body, you are finished, you are gone. The body don't function without the spirit. It's the spirit that keeps the body and the soul of man alive. So it's very important, and I think that the president should be highly commended for the boldness to declare a national day of prayer and thanksgiving, where prayers are offered to God. Because in the book of Daniel, the 4th chapter, the 17th verse, the Bible says that all the living may know that the Most High rules in the affairs of men, and give the kingdoms of men, not Israel, but the kingdoms of men to whomsoever he wills, chooses, or pleases.
Wow.
Yeah, I strongly believe that this is the moment, a Kairos moment for Africa and the church in Africa. And there is no revival without prayer. John Wesley of the Methodist Church said that it seems to me that God can do nothing until somebody prays. And Charles Spurgeon in the 18th century said, I'd rather train one man to pray than to train 10 people to preach. So there's something about intercession, and the truth of the matter is that in the beginning, in the Garden of Eden, prayer was not necessary. It wasn't needed. But when man ceded his dominion mandate and committed treason, and decided that he would do better without God, and broke away from the principles of God and decided to be independent of God, and the enemy stepped in, prayer became a daily necessity, because man was the governor of the entire earth, and he ceded that dominion to the devil and made the devil the god of this world. So the devil rules this earth, and the only thing that overrides him is when prayer goes up. And when prayer goes out, it gives heaven the authorization to intervene in the affairs of men. Before that, that wasn't necessary. So prayer is a daily necessity.